Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of season 4 here at Newcastle. We lost a bit of the Christmas cheer in the last episode, but we're hoping to bounce back and maybe bring in the start of some New Year's hype. Results have been okay, but we certainly have faltered as of late with that 2-1 defeat against Everton. Would really very much like to bounce back. We actually haven't won in the Premier League for 2 games now, and when your ambitions are for the title, that's not good enough. Now, today's episode is going to be slightly different to the new format, and reason being, Luca in the comment section said split December in 2 episodes because you have more games and January transfer window suggestions are needed at this present moment in time, which is an extremely good idea. Even Peter DeVito agrees as well. But actually, I think it's a very good idea because, of course, in the summer window, you get July and August, 2 episodes with regards to 1 month per episode to give me transfer suggestions. So, as such, I'm going to split December into 2 episodes so that you get the opportunity to give me your transfer suggestions before I go into the month of January, and then we push further through that month and make the changes. So today and tomorrow will be December part 1 and December part 2, and then we'll have January as the episode the day after that. And actually, it's very well timed with my plans between the Christmas and New Year period, so it's absolutely perfect all the way around. So today we'll play Southampton away, we'll play Leicester away, we'll play Juventus in the Champions League, and we'll simulate Blackburn at home. Then tomorrow we shall play Liverpool away, play Southampton away, and play Chelsea at home before then heading into the January transfer window, where we will act upon your transfer suggestions. So, key to point out the transfer situation as we stand right now. I'm not looking to improve, I don't think, in the forward 6 positions. I am contemplating moving Jamal Lascelles on, or Christopher Wagner on. Jan Roth is also a player I'm contemplating sending on. Someone else came up with a good suggestion, or potential suggestion in the comment section, being move Draxler into midfield, have Kondogbia and Ndombele in the midfield 3 there like that, and then have Maximilian Philip as my backup striker with Ruben Loftus-Cheek at centre mid, and then one of the youngsters, with regards whether it may be Vega or Mendoza or Jackson, as my second backup central defensive mid, which means I would then need another cam. So either we go with this setup and we need to bring in a backup central attacking midfielder, or we do something with regards the centre-back role and then get a centre-back as well. Jan Roth I am going to move on though, because he isn't good enough really at this stage for that backup role at present. He's done okay to this point, but for the final part of the season, I am going to need the absolute best available to me to maximise my potential. So I'm going to add Jan Roth to the transfer list. He is valued quite highly actually at £14 million, although his wages are minimal, so that's not going to make too much of a difference. With regards to the centre-back role, Guerrero, Wagner, Akanji and Lascelles. Lascelles is, I think, the only player left from the original Newcastle squad that we started the entire series with. And Kennedy as well, of course. But technically at the beginning, he wasn't a Newcastle player. But Kennedy and Jamal Lascelles. So I can either sell Wagner, who's very unhappy at the club, but are one of our young prospects, although this is the last season, or I can sell Lascelles, who's valued at £18 million, Wagner at 14, and bring in another centre-back. Or I can leave the centre-backs entirely and bring in a backup cam of some considerable quality. The decision is yours. We shall test out this theory here with regards to Draxler at cam and then Kondogbia and Ndombele, and see how it plays. So we've got Toby Mitchell, of course, that can play in at a cam role as well as a backup, which would mean that Philip can then play at striker. Lozano would come out for Burn, and then we'd have Kennedy on the left. So it may even be a case of either Mitchell going in at rotation cam and we find a rotation winger, or Mitchell going out wide and we find a rotation cam. If you decide that you'd like me to by a cam over a centre-back. I think it's going to be a case of signing either a centre-back or a central attacking midfielder, because I'm not really going to be able to split the sort of money I have in 2 positions and get the requisite quality that we need. So I'm 40 million at the minute. We can up that, of course, with the sale of Jan Roth, who will certainly be sold. So we could maybe get £55 million-ish. And then I could contemplate selling a centre-back, but then I would have to, of course, replace that centre-back, which would then mean we'd have less money to split for 2 players. So this is why we're going to have the two episodes, so you guys can let me know what it is that you want. I may even do a YouTube vote, actually, thinking off the top of my head. So in the top right, on that little eye symbol, you'll have the option to vote for either new rotation cam / winger or new centre-back. The decision is yours. New cam / winger or new centre-back. It is up to you, and I will act upon your vote. And then once you've voted on that, let me know in the comment section which way you voted and which player you would like me to target for that position. So if you vote for centre-back, let me know the centre-back you want to buy. If you vote for cam / right winger, let me know the cam / right winger you want me to buy. There we go. That's that sorted. Let's jump in then and play Southampton, and hopefully we can get a decent result to start things off. Right, Southampton's starting lineup. Alex McCarthy in goal. Lang, Gomez, Bender and McQueen at the back. That's not a very strong defence at all. Redmond, Grealish, Lamina and Jordan Ayew in the midfield, I believe, with a 4-4-2 with Tammy Abraham and Luke de Jong up top. That's beatable. I am playing my full-strength side, although they aren't at full stamina. So we'll see what comes out on top. Slightly tired full-strength side with the quality, or fully fit mixed rotation side of Southampton. I'd like to get into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. This is the furthest we've gotten in this competition to this point in this save, although Luke de Jong came very close to giving Southampton a 1-0 lead after 4 minutes. Off the outside of the bar. There's a threatening sign if ever we needed one to focus the mind. Nobele into Luke de Jong. He's already hit the woodwork once. Nearly caught him there and took him down, and Nobele steps in. Forward to Vinicius. Great turn. Forward to Rashford. Joe Gomez is with me. He'll stay with me, but I've got plenty in the way of support here. Draxler forward there to Ndombele, who will look to bend us 1-0 in front and does exactly that. In front of the travelling away fans that have come from the very northeast of England to the very south coast. And after 10 minutes, we have ourselves a lead in the Carabao Cup. Absolutely superb. This will, if we go through in this game, mean that January is particularly busy with regards to semi-finals in the Carabao Cup and an FA Cup tie, as well as, of course, the 4 Premier League games that are currently scheduled. So we may even see a bumper-length January transfer window episode with more than just the 3 games being played and some transfer action. But we'll have to wait and see how things go. I may even end up splitting January into 2 episodes as well, if there's so much going on that it would do, a disservice to try and cover it all in one video, where 2 would be able to do it in more detail and give you guys a better representation of what's going on. Or look to play, Draxler looked there to play Rashford in. He couldn't, but he has been able to find Vinicius in, and at the back post there, was Chucky. Should have done much better there. Really should have done much better. Vinicius will take the corner himself. Keeper's going to come and punch. It will drop to Ndombele, who's nodded that down. Jamal Lascelles won't get to it. Acrobatically cleared by the defender. Just giving that straight to Rashford. Go across here to Chucky. There's the Berber spin. There's Ndombele. Through that gap is... that was Ndombele. It must have been Kondogbia. Vinicius. Great save, but it'll drop. And it's the second goal for Newcastle. It's Marcus Rashford that's on hand to tuck it away. That might well be us now into the next round of the Carabao Cup. Good save by McCarthy, but Rashford just had the pace to out-sprint the defender to it. We have ourselves a 2-0 lead. Given away again from Southampton. Chucky will send Julian Draxler away. We'll turn inside, and there's Vinicius. Oh no, didn't quite reach him. And Ndombele from the edge of the box. Rashford, poor footwork. It appears that the Draxler, wow. In looking for Chucky, who will lay it back here, and Ndombele, good save. It appears that the Draxler at Cam situation right now is working well, which would mean that I'd need a new central midfielder with regards to the vote that you guys are looking for right now. And it would mean that we'd not change our Cam situation, our centre-back situation. Vinicius with a switch. Lozano brings it down, just pokes that there to Cancelo. Drax has made the run forward. Chucky's in space. Chucky can play it on. Really poorly looking for Marcus Rashford. Shouldn't have played that first time, should I? Vinicius will get to this first, though. That'll drop free. 2 minutes added on. Is there time to have this one final chance? Draxler to try and bend it. Oh, he scored a worldie. That's 3-0. That's us in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup for sure. I'm going to make some substitutions at half-time. Give some players a rest. Beautiful finish from Julian Draxler. That was very nicely tucked away. Here's Toby Mitchell on the overlap. Nice cutback. Ruben Loftus-Cheek's there. Kennedy in some space. Max arriving. Or he was anyway. Back there to Rashford. Max delivers it in. Or we went for it there, Draxler. It'll drop to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Thumping attempt. Good save by McCarthy. Looking for a fourth just to put the icing on the cake. It's not happened yet. Although it may yet still. Good header. Clear this away. And Rashford in. No, it doesn't look like it's going to be a fourth goal, although Cancelo will keep this in. We might yet. Mitchell, back there to Loftus-Cheek. There's Jeffrey Kondogbia, who is left-footed. Doesn't have the ball anymore, though, so he can't shoot. Poor turn from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Going to be game over here at 3-0, unless they score on this counter-attack to make it 3-1. But the overall result is going to be assured. We're through to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. This is by far our best run in any cup competition so far in the save. Delighted with that, and it could have been oh so different if Luke de Jong's effort after 3 minutes had flown in at the top corner rather than cannoning out off the woodwork. Arsenal win 4-1 against Exeter. They're brushing off their opponents. Middlesbrough win 5-4 on penalties against Bristol City. Huddersfield win the game that you would expect them to win there. So we shall play in the semi-finals either Arsenal, Huddersfield or Middlesbrough. I can tell you who I don't want to play in those semi-finals. You can probably guess. We shall find out in a moment who we actually have in the month of January for those semi-finals and, quite importantly, when they're scheduled for. Of course we have Arsenal. Right, so Arsenal then. 2 games against Arsenal, Liverpool, City and Tottenham, all to be played in the month of January. Wonderful. Leicester next in the Premier League though, and we'll try and get another 3 points in that one if we can. Ward in goal for Leicester. Paslak, Hughes, Soonsu and Elder at the back. 2 holding, Diawara and Matty James. Eric Lamela, James Maddison and Evie wide left with Asako up top. That's winnable. By the same margin, it's probably losable too. Vinicius in there to fill it. Out wide to Chilwell. Vinicius is going to keep that run going, and I trust his pace to get to it first. Though Hughes steals it away from him. Now can Kondogbia get to that? Yes, he can. Chucky will bring it down, turn well, and feed Jeffrey Kondogbia, who on his left foot kicks it against the defender Soyuncu. It's not exactly how I envisaged that going. Vinicius Junior trying to find some space here, which he does well. Cross is decent. Chucky could get on the end of that. He hasn't, and Ndombele will reach the clearance. Down to Jeffrey Kondogbia. Oh, just has the strength to hold the defenders off. Again, his effort is blocked. Just can't find a way past this Leicester backline at the minute. Vinicius, Kondogbia again, that was a heavy first touch. Philip will turn, look for Vinicius, not find him. Kondogbia into Chilwell. Oh, it's a poor cross. Very poor cross. Half an hour played. Leicester standing firm so far and playing very well indeed. Vinicius gets a block in, but drops back to Eric Lamela. They've been the ones blocking all of my shots and passes in the final third. We're trying to do exactly the same to them now at the other end, and so far it's working. Toby Mitchell was never going to win that header. Jeffrey Kondogbia though will race onto the loose ball and will smack it inside looking for Ndombele. It's a lovely pass. Got a bit of pace about him, Ndombele. We'll find Maximilian Philip, who's no slouch himself either. Ndombele is there again, and Ndombele bangs it top bins. The one time they don't get a block on a shot is the one time it goes in. And Ndombele has been in great goal scoring form since arriving at the club, and he's added another now. Newcastle 1, Leicester 0. His 5th goal of the Premier League season so far. What a signing. Vinicius into Philip. Back inside to Ndombele. There's a bit of space there for Jeffrey Kondogbia. Toby Mitchell's made a good run. But we'll use Vinicius and then go to Chucky here out wide. I've got 2 in the middle to aim for. I could pull it back to someone on the edge of the box. Oh, and Ndombele with a lovely flick. That's what made the goal. A goal and an assist for Ndombele. And it was a really nice assist as well. Not only was it fancy, but the weight of the pass was perfect for Toby Mitchell to run onto it. Newcastle 2, Leicester 0. We're the highest goal scorers in the league this season. Leicester are the lowest, so getting that goal before half-time was crucial. So it would have meant that their heads dropped. But the weight of that flick from Ndombele is outstanding. He's just run onto it, Toby Mitchell, and smacked it home. It's going to be 3 points in the Premier League. We have to hope that Liverpool drop points. Ndombele forward to Philip. Around the corner there to Mitchell. On the run there, Chucky. Oh, it's poor from the defender. Chucky Lozano makes them pay for the mistake. 3-0 against Leicester. The league's top goal scorers battering the league's lowest goal scorers. No surprises that they didn't score. As we headed towards half-time, we weren't sure whether their defensive efforts were going to mean that we didn't either. As it happens, once we broke them down, the goals came rather quickly. 3-0 the score here, and we're going to get all 3 points as well to go with the 3 goals. There we go, thank you very much. Right, on to the game against Juventus in the Champions League. Who's going to top the group? The black and white stripes of us or the black and white stripes of them? Had a transfer offer for Jan Roth outside of the transfer window. It says, along with some comments from me, Ajax is interested in purchasing the player. His market value should be between 11.6 and 17 million. They've offered 12.8. His wages are very, very low indeed. So we are going to want to maximise the potential transfer fee we can get for him. And I would like up to about 20 million if Ajax will go that high. Which they appear to certainly be not willing to do. I mean, I'm not going to sell him for anything less than his valuation for obvious reasons. 18.5, no, okay. Maybe I'll have to have a look at Jan Roth's contract then. Maybe the reason they were bidding so low and weren't willing to go much higher is because his contract is not that long. Or he's not got that much remaining on his contract. Let's have a look, shall we? Financial. Aha! Lots of people on 7 months. Well, this is the last season that we're going to be doing in this save. So we don't need to worry too much about the majority of these contracts, or any of them really, other than Jan Roth, who I shall do a renewal for now. And, well, if I'm going to be selling him, it doesn't matter what he agrees, does it? So there you go. We shall just give him that, and then now we should be able to get more money for Jan Roth. Right, now we'll go and play Juventus. Right, Juventus, Mattia Perrin, Nacho Fernandez and Jordi Alba still have their yellow cards from earlier on in the group stage. Dybala, Ronaldo, Costa, Bentancur, Chan, Zakaria. It looks pretty familiar to the one we played in the first game against Juve. We only need a draw to top the group. We're on 13 points, Juve are on 11. So just avoiding defeat will mean that we get, in theory, the favourable draw for the knockout round. And Jose down the right-hand side looking for Paulo Dybala. Oh, it's a great ball in, but João Cancelo tracks the run nicely. Can Rashford win this header? Yes, he can. Vinicius forward there. Oh, space on the far side. No, Drax's pass picked off. Kennedy was open, so open on the right-hand side, but I couldn't get it to him. 20 minutes in. It's been a real midfield battle so far in this game. But neither side have been able to break through the opposition's defence. João Cancelo with a vital touch there. Back to Ronaldo as I called my keeper out, and then actually it's Dybala that's in the way. He stops his teammate from scoring with the keeper out of position. All that hard work from Juventus to break me down, and then they're in the way of their own shot on goal. Thank you, lads. Appreciate that. As things stand, we're still top of the group. Philip Max driving forward here. I've got Rashford in the middle. I've got Kennedy at the back post. It's a terrible cross, though. Dybala trying to hold off Kondogbia and does well. Cristiano. Bentancur. Cristiano to Dybala. He hit that firmly. Good save by Jan Oblak. We're going to take the corner short, it seems. Indeed they do. Douglas Costa destroys me with a ball roll. And again, I thought I'd read it that time and tried to position Ruben Loftus-Cheek in a position to be able to get in the way. Has it happened? No. Got embarrassed. Here's Dennis Zakaria. Emre Can to Bentancur. Deflected off Jamal Lascelles. A further Juventus corner. Trying to survive the storm right now. Dybala will cross this one in. Ronaldo's at the near post, but Kennedy beats him to it. Danger averted. Storm weathered. Forward to Dybala. And the corner to Douglas Costa. It's an early ball in, headed away by Akanji. Bentancur knocks that down. Douglas Costa back to Zakaria. Into Bentancur again. Around the corner to Dybala. To Bentancur off the post. Please get rid of that. What a move. What a counter-attack? Question mark? Vinicius? No, not what a counter-attack. 60% possession Juventus have had. And it is telling as well in these latter stages of the first half here. We've been able to tell from the timing of the highlights just how much dominance they're showing in the latter stages of this first 45. We thought we'd weathered the storm, and then another one followed it up, headed away by Jamal Lascelles. I'm praying for the half-time whistle right now, just for a break in play to give us the chance to regroup. Kondogbia intercepts well, and hopefully the referee will blow his half-time whistle soon. Inside to Draxler. I say, oh. I was about to say, the referee blows his half-time whistle soon. We were on the counter-attack there and looked dangerous with Vinicius in space on the left-hand side. Never mind. 0-0 at half-time. Still good enough to see us win the group. Cheek back to Max. Down the line to Vinicius Junior. Nice turn inside. Here's Draxler. Need the support that's flooding forward here. Trying to work it around. That didn't quite go according to plan, but Cancelo's on the overlap. Deep cross. Very good cross. Flicked behind by the defender. Really nicely done there, actually. Vinicius will deliver the ball into the box. Up goes the defender. Flicked it on target well there, actually, Jamal Lascelles, but see a Perrin right behind it. Akanji knocks that down, though. Centre-back's getting involved all over the shot. Kondogbia again around the corner there to Rashford. Was he onside? The ball goes in the back of the net. And he wasn't offside. It was marginal. It must have been marginal. But Marcus Rashford gives us a 1-0 lead away from home in Turin. We are certainly favourites now for top of the group. Ooh. He almost just stuttered. Only a teeny little bit. He just stuttered to give himself the onside status. Marcus Rashford scores his first goal in the Champions League this season in 6 games. Newcastle 1, Juventus 0. Ronaldo. Forward to Paulo Dybala. Kanji says, excuse me, I'd very much like the football if you don't mind. Off to Sheik into Julian Draxler. Will knock that short there to Kondogbia, who can then look through for Marcus Rashford. Picks a perfect replica of his first goal. Newcastle 2, Juventus 0. Ooh, top of the group, boys, in the Champions League. Get in. Jordi Alba, Ronaldo, Zakaria. Starting to put together passes the same way they did in the first half now, Juventus, but in stark contrast to that first 45, they're not picking us apart and creating the chances. Drax is in the box here, slows things down, very nearly gets us a third. Great save by Mattia Perrin, the goalkeeper, to ensure that we don't. Max has defended that superbly. And the opportunity for a third is available. There is the time to get it, perhaps. Jan Roth out wide to Vinicius. I mean, I'd love to get Marcus Rashford a hat-trick against Juventus. So it's not going to happen because the final whistle will go now. Oh, that'll do, though. That will do indeed. Certainly improvements over the first game against Juve, because I struggled to a 1-1 draw in that one. Although, to be fair, they had twice as many chances as me in that game. But it definitely felt more straightforward. The result certainly was more straightforward. A 2-0 victory for us away from home. We shall take that, thank you very much. Any games readjusted? None yet. £27.85 million added. I guess, no? I guess the next round of the UEFA Cup has to be played, so they then know where the teams dropping out of the Champions League will be drawn. So now, games rescheduled, and we should know who our opponent will be in the next round of the Champions League. That opponent is to be decided yet. Okay, fair enough. We shall wait then. Up next is a game at home against Blackburn. And then we have a full week until the game against Liverpool after that. So we'll simulate this Blackburn one then to end the episode. And if we get a win in it, we might be right behind Liverpool in the league. They've drawn 1-1 against Liverpool in their last game here, Blackburn. I just briefly glanced at the table there, and we were 6 points... six? We might have been 6 points behind with a game in hand. This being that game in hand. Julian Draxler on the score sheet twice, with Marcus Rashford missing a penalty. This Draxler at Cam thing appears to be working quite well for us. Maximilian Philip scores a third, then scores a penalty. as Rashford went off. They've pulled one back there, Blackburn, but it is going to be a solid 4-1 victory for us. Well, with how well Draxler at Cam has gone today, Lozano's out for 6 days. Okay, panic over. Does that sway your decision with regards to the vote? You shall have to let me know. In the comments section, let me know A, which way you voted, and B, the player you would like me to sign in that position. If I then have any money left after I've made that signing, then I will look to make a signing in the ulterior position. But for now, it's going to be us 3 points now behind Liverpool at the top of the table. The gap has shrunk dramatically from 8 to 3, and we play Liverpool next. The first game of tomorrow to maybe go top of the Premier League. Don't miss it. Subscribe to the channel to ensure that you don't. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.